I had a great time. I'm not a super well-traveled person, so I thought, I've been to Canada and Mexico and Dominican. So for me to go over to Asia was really a unique experience. Just diving into that culture, obviously very different than anything I'd ever experienced. Their people are so genuine and very respectful, and love the food. Love traveling around Korea. Seoul is bigger than, it feels bigger than New York or LA. It's massive, so there's always something to do, something to see. I really cherish my time over there.
So how does it come about that you get on AJ Preller's radar and get some interest in the Padres?
I think when you pitch well, people will find you. I've always believed that, all the way down the youth high school levels, and I felt like I pitched well enough to be noticed, and that was kind of my goal, was just to pitch well, keep creating opportunities for myself. And I don't know if there is a better opportunity for me at this point than this one. So extremely thrilled to be here, and very appreciative to AJ in the front office for having me here.
I think you kind of answered your own question, but what kind of opportunity do you see with the Padres on this run?
Yeah, I think when you're coming into spring training in a clubhouse as talented as this one, the opportunities for everyone are going to be very difficult to come by. So I think, showing up, working as hard as I can, trying to get my bearings, but also get my work in and compete for a job. It's always tough when you're coming into a new situation as someone on that fine line of trying to make the team. So I'm in a good spot, but also competing against some really talented guys.
Fans are really restless. What do you want them to know most about you?
I just want them to know that one, I'm super easygoing Midwestern guy. So is my wife. So please, I'd love to get to know some people out there. And the other thing is, every time I show up to the field, my goal is just to win games for the San Diego Padres. So whatever I'm doing, whatever, workout or throwing or practice or whatever I'm doing in the game, it's just to win the game. So that's what I'm here to do, and that's what I'm all about.
When you were in Korea, what did you learn about yourself as a pitcher and about yourself as a person?
What I learned about as a pitcher, that's a good question. I learned that, I'm a little bit. I learned that perseverance is one of my strengths, right? I feel like a lot of guys would have hung it up, before I even got to Korea. So just to get into that situation was a good deal of perseverance on my part. I also learned that I can throw a little bit of a better slider than that I had done in the past. I think that's one of the technical things that I improved upon. And then as a person, I realized that I learned to have a little bit more patience and a little bit more gratitude, and not to take things for granted. I think I really tried to be present and enjoy my time over there and just really soak it in. It's such a, my daughter's going to be able to say that she lived in Korea for a long time. Me and my wife had a lot of great experiences and stories that we're going to be able to share forever. So I was just very grateful at the time, still am, and I'm just trying to kind of bring that respect and gratitude that I picked up from their culture into the rest of my life, and certainly into this season.